Welcome to the very first in a series of video tutorials on famous artists and a Photoshop lesson that pays tribute to the artist's style. This lesson is dedicated to Andy Warhol, who is considered the prince of the pop art movement of the 50s and 60s. Andy Warhol was born Andrew Warhola on August 6, 1928 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to immigrant Slovakian parents. At the age of 8, Andrew would contract a rare childhood disease, and that disease would keep him bedridden for several months. So his mother, feeling bad for him, and herself also an artist, gave him his first set of drawing tools. And then, after that, art became one of his favorite pastimes. And then at 14 years old, Andrew would suffer another tragedy when his father would pass away. But it was his father's wish to see his son go to college, and he recognized his great artistic talent. So it was his life savings that his father had put away for Andrew that allowed him to go to Carnegie Mellon University, and from there he earned a bachelor's degree in fine arts. After that, Andrew would move to New York and he'd pursue a career as a commercial artist. That was when he started to garner much more fame and recognition, and that was also when he would drop the A off of his last name, becoming Andrew Warhol, and the Andrew Warhol that we all know. It was in 1961 that Andrew Warhol debuted his first concept art, pop art showing, where he displayed paintings that were focused on mass-produced commercial goods like cans and Coca-Cola and things like that. These pieces elevated these ordinary products that we consume daily and we don't really think about them very much. It was asking us, well, could these things be considered art? And it was in this way that he played with a public perception about an ordinary Campbell's soup can we don't really think much about, and it sells for $6 at the corner store, and then he painted it and he sold that for $1,500. He would go on to make an entire series of all 32 flavors of Campbell's soup, and that today sells for $23.5 million. Other paintings depicted Coca-Cola bottles, another thing that he loved besides Campbell's soup. And of this he would say, what's so great about this country is that America started with the tradition where the richest consumers pay essentially the same thing as the poorest. A Coke is a Coke, and no amount of money can get you a better Coke than the one the bum on the corner is drinking. Andrew Warhol is also obsessed with celebrity culture and Hollywood. Portraits, celebrities that he's famous for painting include Elizabeth Taylor, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis Presley, John Lennon, and Michael Jackson. During this video, you might have also noticed that his paintings are actually a silk screen process, and that's how he creates these repeating images. He explained his fascination with letting images repeat themselves, with his belief that we spend too much of our lives seeing things without really observing them. And these images are of him working in his art studio called The Factory, where he worked with the help of many student interns, and he created multiple screen prints. Well, we can replicate a similar effect to Andy Warhol's silkscreen images with the help of Photoshop, and the next tutorial is going to show you how to do that.